Cabin Chick said she wants a truck. What Cabin Chick wants, Cabin Chick gets. So Cabin Chick found this truck on the marketplace the other night, and I think she's a little jealous because she doesn't have an old military vehicle like my Unimog. And true to form, she's picked one that transforms just like the Unimog does. So we're gonna go check this thing out, give it a crawl under the belly, make sure it looks really good. But I think we're gonna be getting ourselves another one of these beasts. So we're gonna go drive. It's probably a half a day side trip to go check this thing out. Go crawl under it, see what it's got. Make sure it's all kind of mechanically sound. If it is, we're gonna do the same thing we always do. We're gonna try to drive it back here and see if it'll make the trip. It's kind of an inaugural journey. Last couple of times we did this, we've had all kinds of problems. When we brought back the Unimog, the clutch blew out about halfway at the top of this big hill, and ended up having to pull it with a Jeep to a buddy's four-wheel drive shop. So we're hoping today doesn't go too bad. Fingers crossed, and let's see what adventure brings. All right, so we're going to be riding from mountains to city to plains, and this is quite a tour to go get this vehicle. So we're getting an early start. Hopefully it won't be wasted because it's all rusted or clapped out. So normally when we're going to do something that's stupid, we don't plan ahead too well. But this time I think we got to do a little preparation, and basically we go through a real narrow section here on this old mining road, and I just want to make sure that the whole truck would actually fit through this little narrow notch. So we're going to stop here for a minute and just measure it. I think we're going to be good though. Now we did fit a 40-foot shipping container through here, and that was exactly, it was 9.5 feet wide with the wheels we put on it, so I'm pretty sure we're good. And this truck, it should be way less, but we'll measure it when we get there. All right, you got her? Mm-hmm. Thanks, babe. All right, we are at 130 inches. So a little more than 10 feet. I think we're no problem. It's really here between this tree, actually, and this edge, because once you hit this edge, it's pretty much straight down to the interstate, and that's not cool. So how about you drive it through this section? Is that a no?
That's a no.
It's your truck.
Yeah, but you've done the shipping container.
Yeah, but it's your truck.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want it, you gotta earn it.
At least just had to pay for it.
That's true. Oh, that's what's making you so hot. Hey, you want a little wild turkey this morning with your breakfast?
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
I don't miss the brown haze of Denver. All right, so why this truck?
Why this truck?
Yeah.
Honestly, because it's going to make a really cool mobile shop that we're going to need for the new place. Because otherwise we're having to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to get tools as we fix it up. It's not too wide, so it'll fit up the road. And
Well, we hope.
We hope.
I think I did the math, so it's supposed to be like, it's 17 feet long and 14 feet wide. So it's 238 square feet.
14 feet wide?
When you pop out the...
Oh, no, yeah.
You're like, we just measured
We
that.
just measured and 10 feet was all you had.
Yeah, no, pop out. So we're not going to drive through it with the sides popped out.
That would be a terrible idea.
Yeah.
There's not an orchard around here. That's a lie.
There is no orchard for miles. All right, so we got there and everything was going great. We crawled underneath the vehicle, looked at everything. There's no major leaks, just a couple things that we can tighten up. I think the only thing we had to deal with on the walkthrough is just making sure the fuel return doesn't dribble all over. So we borrowed some zip ties and have this, that would be DOT approved for sure. Cabin Chick and I talked about it. We decided let's go ahead and fire in this thing. We actually test drove it for several miles, and she's been running great. So I think true to form, we're gonna try to close the deal here and jump onto the highway. All right, so we're not going back with the truck. Yet, that's right. So just as we're leaving the place, this guy's place, I went to step on the brakes and they're really hard. And there's no roll to the vehicle. Like, you know, if you're going a couple miles an hour or you're on a hill, you'd expect the vehicle to roll. I'm like, that ain't right. That ain't right. And basically the pedal wouldn't go down very far. And so the brakes locked up. And I've had this happen actually before when I was in the Army. We'd be on a convoy and you jam really hard on the brakes and like one of the wheel cylinders would lock up or something was happening. This one, we're just kind of jiggling around and troubleshooting, and it's something to deal with. There's a slave cylinder and kind of a master cylinder that does the air boost. I don't know what it is, but the guy who sold us this is feeling really bad. He's like, this never happened before. I'm like, dude, it's not your fault. I said, but here's the thing. We got an appointment in town that we got to get to. Can we just leave it here and then come back to work on it? And he's like, well, hell, I'll even pull it into the shop for you. And you guys can, you know, work on it. So we're going to set up a day to come out there. He's an upstanding guy. There's no...
Totally. Really nice guy.
Really nice guy.
Nice
so looking forward. Yeah, new baby. So we're looking forward to coming back out. We'll figure out what's going on in the brakes.
Day.
What's that?
And we get a mechanics day.
Yeah, we get to hang out and...
It's never a bad day.
Yeah. I don't know. So what was your experience when you did a look over on it?
I thought that it was really cool. I mean, obviously, it's a 1971 truck, so it has work that needs to be done, but...
Like what?
Pretty good shape. I mean, there was a leak that I noticed on one of the drain bolts.
Oh, on the oil plug. That's right.
Oil plug. And, you know, some minimal rust.
Yeah, the rust was not bad.
The rust was not bad. There's a couple of little places that had nests of birds, I think, or maybe something. And then the only other thing was, of course, the fun smell of feral cat urine.
Yeah, yeah.
They got it. So it needed some cleaning and it needed some love.
Yeah, but that was
and then
it.
There was the one piece that, I don't know what the parts names are called, but it was the fuel thing that you had to jerry rig.
Oh yeah, so on these old diesel engines, there's an injection pump pumps in the fluid into the injector, and there's a little bit of diesel that can be left over, and that goes into a return line, and that return line was disconnected, so I zip tied like a Gatorade bottle to it, so that we just can collect that because I didn't have any fuel hose. But the test drive was great. I mean, I thought it first of all, it was really smooth for a 5-ton.
Yeah,
I was impressed.
Yeah. I thought it ran really nice. It's quieter than the Unimog.
Yep. The drive, I mean,
was a little bit wigged out, but I think that's because he was freaked out in general. He didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, it's been a day for him.
Yeah.
But everything worked on it mechanically, and the engine fired up. You know, the fuel pump might be losing some prime. It was a little tough to start the first time, but it ran solid. Nothing really big major wrong with it. With the side pop outs on this, it's going to be a great mobile mechanics truck. Like, that's no question.
It's gonna be awesome.
So anyway, we're gonna head back into town. I got some plumbing to go work on. We're gonna go do that. And oh, big thing, we're this Saturday we're going to the Easter Seals fundraiser. There's an Easter Seals camp, they call it, basically in the mountains of Colorado. There's a camp that's set up specifically for disabled children, and that fundraiser is going to be on Saturday. So we get to go put on our best duds and go hang out with some great people, have some great food, great drinks, and contribute to a worthy cause. So it's going to be a cool, fun week.
Yeah.
Well, it was fun while it lasted. We got the plumbing all ready and fixed and going, and I had to modify the plans a little bit. Basically, the pump would suck fine and pull water up, but it didn't do a really good job keeping up with it. So like if you flush the toilet and we're running the sink, it had a really hard time doing it. So I moved the pump down back to the well, but because it's getting cold, I'm gonna go ahead and have to pull the pump out and drain it because we're supposed to get 2 to 3 feet of snow tonight. So my week of plumbing, indoor plumbing, was short-lived. Well, things move pretty quick around here. No sooner than disconnecting that pump, the snow is starting. We'll see you guys in 2 or 3 feet. Well, it's supposed to snow like this all day, but we have that fundraiser tonight, and I have no idea if they're going to cancel it or not. This corridor is getting hit pretty hard, but no matter what, we still have to be planning ahead to be ready. So I turned off all the water yesterday so our pipes don't freeze outside, and I filled the hot tub, bathtub, whatever you guys want to call it. I filled that up last night and made sure it was nice and warm. And now this morning I had to go walk up there, and we'll fire it again so we can get cleaned up and put on our city bests for tonight. Let's go, bud. Take me to the hot tub, okay? Let's go. Come on. Oh, lots of snow. Oh, you be careful. All right, let's go to the hot tub. Come on. I was really hoping to be done with chopping wood by now. But looks like I'll be doing that for a couple more days. See, you can tell the hot tub's still warm because any snow that hit it is melted. And all along the base where it stays pretty hot. Well, brought some wood. Let's get this fired up. So what we do is we'll just fire this up, and once it gets up to temperature, we'll come on out, clean up, put on our city clothes, go have a good time tonight. That's the plan, at least. We get the firebox going. I'm gonna check the temperature here. Let's see what it cooled down to. We left at about 104 last night. We're just at about 80 right now. So yeah, it'll be a box of wood or two to get her back up to a really comfortable temperature. Just gonna make sure that this guy kicks and kicks up, then I'll go chop some more wood. So one of the things is I actually don't chop my wood during the summer. I just bucket into these short logs, and the reason is I want to take advantage of my summertime to do outdoor projects where in the winter you kind of have a little extra spare time, and so just chopping wood as you go makes life a lot, I think, more efficient. So I'll come out and, frankly, in the middle of winter when you're not getting as much exercise, just having a few extra physical tasks is a good thing in my book. Keeps you young, right? So I just got to chop up a little wood for the hot tub and her bath, and a little bit more extra for the house, so that we can be comfortable these next couple days with the snow. All right, that should do it. Well, at least for today. So I'm just going to bring a bag into the house with me, and I have enough split here that the next time I come out to check the hot tub, make sure that it's I'll have enough wood to load up another load on the firebox out there. And then by the time I get in, I think breakfast will be ready. That'll be delicious. All right, let's go inside and see what Cabin Chick has for breakfast for us. Let's go. Come on, buddy. It's snowy. Yeah, I guess you want to get inside, huh? Let's go. What for breakfast, babe?
It is, we're going to do chili, mac, and cheese. So this is the chili,
Alright.
which has a lot of veggie in it. And then this is the chorizo, which we had left over from yesterday, so I'm heating that up. And then a couple of the pieces that were from the chili that were not looking as, I think they were actually turkey, not chorizo, but they're getting cooked in chorizo grease now. And then the mac and cheese is getting heated up.
Thanks for coming on camera with your bed head and your breakfast face. But thanks for cooking a nice breakfast, baby.
Thank you for chopping us wood.
You're welcome.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right. So we just got into our comfy pajamas and sat around all day, ate breakfast, and we played board games and just enjoyed a snowy day. With the snow like it is out there, you're not going to be going anywhere and doing anything anyways. So now that the game is done, and we don't have to talk about who won or who lost, because that's generally really not important, right, babe? Right, yeah. Yeah, I got my ass handed to me, like crushed. Anyway, I think it's time for us to go get ready for our party tonight. We're gonna head out to the hot tub, get cleaned up, put on our fancy duds, and we're gonna have a good time. All right, we're gonna go hit the town, have a good night tonight. We're gonna go take the Polaris in, and it looks like the weather turned just at the right time, so this can be a success. All right, looks like we have our nice little tree block in the way, and we're in our goodies, so we're just gonna drive over it. Let me do this so I can see. Not too bad. Oh, that sounds delightful. That sounds great. Yeah.
Turned around, full baseball into the sound of his
All right, we're back out at it. We're gonna go give it a ride in. Darren actually was able to get the brakes to free up, so we're gonna go ahead and drive this back into town. I'm guessing we had some air clogged in one of the pop-off valves, so it's gonna be an adventure. Cabin Chick's riding in the Jeep. I got my Bluetooth hearing protection, but let's go jump in this thing and head into town. She's all fired up, warmed up, ready to roll. One of the cool things about this is a six-wheel drive, but it's all automatic. You don't shift the transfer case. You actually just, if the rears slip at all, it automatically engages for you. All right, let's hop on in and get this thing going. So we got about, I don't know, 45 minutes down the road, and the brakes have locked up, and I think there's being air held in the system somewhere. There's not a poppet valve that's letting the air out at a certain pressure, but I also have a leak in the system in another spot. So there's something going on with the air lines. We're just gonna have to debug it and troubleshoot it. So we're gonna crawl underneath this thing, start playing with it, and see if we can't get her back on the road. So what happened was last time was when he rebuilt pressure, we were able to release the brakes. So I think there's probably a bunch of things going on, like with the booster, the air packet's called. But I think if I can get the pressure to build back up, the brakes will release, and then we'll troubleshoot it more when I get to our shop in town. All right, so I didn't take any video of it, but I cleaned out a poppet valve that was leaking air. I was able to build up air pressure, and that helped me release the brakes. So we got to the nearest gas station, filled her up with some diesel. Now we're gonna hit the road again and see if we can't make it home. There ain't nothing but miles and miles of miles and miles out here. See if you can see that off in the distance, though. We can at least see where the mountains are. Okay, so it's 7/16. Awesome. So that's the best part about Cabin Chick. She's got some hands. Well, this is as far as we're gonna get. The brakes locked up on us again, and this time the master cylinder looks like it's either master cylinder or the air pack on there blew. But I'm definitely getting fluid out of the master cylinder. We got no brakes, so I think we're gonna have to tow this thing into town. It's another adventure, and this is what happens when you try to get old vehicles to go where they need to go. Since we lost the air assist brakes, I was able to just tighten up and adjust the handbrake. I tightened it up all the way at the far end and just about here, and so I'm almost out of pad, but it's working. Here's the old mechanical parking brake, but it's good enough to get it to stop when you're going slow. I wouldn't use this as like an emergency brake. It's really just for parking. Well, she's home for now. We got her up to the motor pool, so to speak, and we'll bring her up to the new cabin and start securing her and setting her up as our remote workshop. Might even throw a generator in the top. That was fun. Nice job, baby. Oh, dude, I love the way that you found this. You picked it. It's a good vehicle. We got a little work to do on it.
Branch stuck in.
Yeah, there's a little bit of branches. There's some up there in that window. But yeah,
you know what's gonna end up finding a home in here?
Pine Martin? Well, that's why we're gonna have to button it up. This is the part where Cabin Chick gets to go and see if she can't figure out how to close that attic window. There's a rod on this side. Look at you. Close. But now you gotta put that rod somewhere. Oh, there you go. That would be good enough for now. She did all right.
Yeah.